So, do you feel discouraged right now? Do you feel like maybe your wheels are spinning and you're not moving in the direction you want to go? Do you feel like you're not getting the results that you know you're capable of? Is something wrong? Is something just not right? Something just isn't clicking like it's supposed to? When things like this happen, we get discouraged and depressed and we lose energy. And I'm telling you that I truly believe that about 75% of being successful in the insurance business is right here between your ears. It's your mind and your mindset. If you're struggling right now because you're not actually setting more appointments, you're not winning broker of record letters, you're not winning clients, it's likely for a number of different reasons. But I would tell you that mindset is killing you if you don't have the right mindset. We need to focus on doing what is right so that we can get the results that we want. And if you don't have the right killer mindset, you are not going to want to prospect. You're not going to prospect correctly. You're not going to be going after the BOR and so forth. In this podcast episode, we're going to talk about the importance of having a millionaire insurance producer mindset, because when you have it, everything starts to go well. And when you don't, you start to not have good results. Stay tuned. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Millionaire Insurance Producer Podcast. I'm your host, Charles Specht, and I am very grateful that you are here listening. And I haven't said it in a while, but I just want to say thanks. Thanks for being a loyal listener to the Millionaire Insurance Producer Podcast. I appreciate it. I know so many of you listen and you tell me that you listen. Some of you are even binge listening, or even watching them. Look, I just say thanks, man. Thank you so much for doing that. It keeps me going because, when I'm doing the podcast, I don't know who's listening. I can see like analytics, but I don't really know who's listening. And so when you respond to me and tell me that, it really is encouraging. So thank you for it. And before I dive into this issue of mindset, I want to talk to you about why maybe mindset is even important and how you can fix it. And that's what I want to talk about with regards to Permission Producer School. Go to www.permissionproducerschool.com. This is going to be a sales training producer school that I'm putting on October 14th through the 18th. And then 2 weeks after that, there's going to be some trainings, Q&A, coaching, and so forth. It's important to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan set up for that is personalized for you, you're going to lack confidence. You're going to lack confidence. Why I put together the Permission Producer School, which is sales focused. It's not coverage focused. We're not talking about coverages. We're talking about sales. We're talking about prospecting. We're talking about scripting. We're talking about what you say and how you say it. We're talking about uncovering problems with your prospects and how to put together a 12-month timeline of services in order to position yourself to ask for the business and ask for the broker of record letter. A personalized process is going to give you the tools and the confidence you need in order to generate success for you. And so I don't want you to miss out. It's going to be October 14th through the 18th. That's the first primary intensive week. Do not miss it. Right now, as of today, which is September 19th, as of today, it's $497. That's going to be changing probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to increase it maybe to $697 or $997. I haven't decided yet, but it's going up. So if you want to get in right away. Go to permissionproducerschool.com and sign up, and so that you can reserve your seat. When you do it, you're going to have a plan, and that will give you confidence. Now, as we start talking about the importance of mindset, to even just continue on what I was just talking about, we struggle with mindset. And when I say we, I mean me too. We all struggle with mindset. We struggle with mindset when we do not have our ducks in a row. We struggle with mindset when we don't really know what to say. We struggle with mindset issues when you don't know how to differentiate yourself or your agency. Maybe you are one of the hundreds of thousands of insurance agents out there who are thinking to yourself, I don't really know why somebody would pick me over another agent, or I don't really know if our agency is better or what we have to offer compared to other agents. If you're there, if that's where you're at, you're probably going to struggle with confidence and mindset because you don't really know like what you don't know. And so I would tell you the vast majority of insurance agents out there, maybe even you right now who are listening, is that you're struggling with confidence and you're struggling with mindset because you haven't actually done the initial framework on figuring out what it is that you offer, what it is that you do, and so forth. You just don't know, and therefore you struggle with the confidence. When you struggle with confidence, you struggle with mindset. When you struggle with confidence, you don't prospect. You don't prospect very well, that's for sure. But I know that most agents don't prospect because they don't have the confidence that insurance buyers are doing themselves a disservice by not doing business with you. I mean, listen to me very carefully. If you were utterly convinced that you were the best agent out there in your particular micro niche space, and that the insured is doing themselves a disservice by not having you as their agent, that they might even be misrepresented by other agents out there. They might be having right now policies with hidden exclusions, limits that aren't correct. They're paying too much for their insurance, whatever. If you were absolutely convinced that you know that space and you know those coverages and you know those carriers and that an insured out there in that space is with somebody else, that could be a problem. They need to be with you. That's the mindset that you need to have. And if you don't have that mindset, it's likely you're not making your phone calls. Because if you had that mindset, if you were totally confident in who you are and your agency and your micro niche, if you were confident in that, you would have all the energy and desire and motivation to do nothing but make phone calls all day, because you know every time somebody says yes to you, they're going to be in a better position. You know that every time somebody says, yes, I want to meet with you to talk about my insurance, you know that that's going to be a client of mine real quick here. If you had that mindset, that confidence, everything would change. But why we don't prospect, why you, my friends, aren't prospecting like you know you should be, it's because you don't really feel confident at this point. You don't feel confident with your messaging. You don't feel confident with your servicing team. You don't feel confident with your own knowledge base. It could be a lot of different things. But that mindset, that's a killer. It's an absolute killer. But I also know that when the mindset is right, man, agents who are confident in what they have to offer, and I'm not talking like some kind of foolish pride. I'm talking about a real confidence based upon knowledge and a plan. If you have that, when I see agents who have that, sky's the limit. Those are definitely the agents who build $1 million or more book of business. They are absolutely the agents who are writing more business every single week. You need to definitely make sure that you are building that kind of a mindset, because it is going to point you in the correct trajectory so that you can accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish for yourself. This is your career. We're not playing patty cake here in the insurance business. This is your career. What you have to do is get these insurance buyers to meet with you and to do business with you. And you can't do that if you're not prospecting. And people don't prospect if they don't feel confident. Mindset is so much. I mean, I even know that insurance agents tend not to prospect if their agency doesn't provide sales training. Well, that's right. If they don't provide sales training, then very often they don't feel confident about moving forward. This is one of the reasons why Permission Producer School, I feel, is going to be very helpful to a lot of agents, because most agents out there are in small to medium-sized agencies where there is no sales training. An agent that hasn't received adequate training does not feel confident. An agent that does not feel confident doesn't win. An agent that doesn't feel confident writes small business. Going after bigger businesses is what is needed in order for you to dominate your space. I mean, I don't know if you can hear, but even my dogs are barking because they're pretty excited about it. Like, confidence is absolutely necessary in order for you to have the right mindset to be able to win the business that you want to win. And so having that right mindset, and I apologize, I've got like delivery guys coming to the door. My dogs are going crazy. Ignore them. But if you have the right mindset, you can absolutely dominate your space. There literally is no reason why you can't create the plan. There's no reason why you can't create the plan in order to dominate your space. It does require diligence, however. It requires that you actually sit down to create the plan. When you create the plan, you're going to have the mindset in the right place to start dialing. Now, let's talk about it. What are we talking about by a plan? I'm talking about the right type of micro niche for you. And picking the right micro niche is a bit of an art and it's science as well. It's science and art. You got to find the right thing that works for you, your personality, your strengths, your weaknesses, your geographic territory, your agency, what market you have, all of that. Picking the right type of micro niche will either make you confident or not confident. I'm telling you. If you have the right micro niche that you're targeting, you will have a tremendous amount of confidence going forward. But again, another reason why insurance agents don't really prospect is because they're much more quasi generalist. They say I can write anything. I'll write anything, and therefore they don't prospect because they feel like they don't have anything special. That's right. Absolutely. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have a strong mindset if you're going to be a quasi generalist. I 100% agree with you. So, this is why determining your micro niche is the foundation of even what I call my curriculum. This is why I spend so much time working with insurance agents to figure out what to go after, because everything is built on the foundation of your micro niche. If you don't know what you're going to go after, what are you going to say to them then? If you don't know what you're going to go after, do you really have a script? If you don't know what you're going after, are you able to put together a 12-month timeline of services? If you don't know what you're going after, are you able to uncover the problems they have in their industry? Like everything is built upon this, and insurance agents that are quasi generalists, there's a reason why they write fewer accounts every year. There's a reason why they write smaller accounts every year. And there's a reason why they don't get signed broker of record letters, because nobody sees them as important. Nobody sees them as the right choice. Nobody sees them as the obvious choice of which agent to do business with. But an agent who's focused in his or her micro niche can dominate the space. They will write more accounts. They will write bigger accounts. They will get more signed broker of record letters. This is just part of the confidence building that we have to have as insurance agents. That is absolutely one of the first things that I talk about when I'm working with my agents in my coaching. I spend a lot of time in my mastermind. I guarantee you it's going to be a major focus of the first day of the Permission Producer School, because everything is built upon picking and choosing the right micro niche. So having it, if you don't have it, please stop whatever you're doing and go figure it out. Because once you have it, then we can create the personalized process. We can start to dial in your cold call care. We can start putting together your script. We can start figuring out your calendar and when you're going to be prospecting and how you're going to do your follow-up and your email marketing campaign and your social media, what it's going to look like and all that. It all falls into place when you have the micro niche. It's the very beginning. It's the most important key. It's the very bedrock foundation. It's the cornerstone of a successful insurance producer. It's up here. It's in your mind. And there's no reason, my friend, why you cannot completely dominate your space. I don't care what it is that you go after. It can be janitorial contractors. You can go after paint stores. You can go after bicycle manufacturers. You can write roofing contractors. You can write, interstate truckers, whatever it is that you go after, so long as you are dialed into your space, you begin to brand and market and so forth. Sky's the limit on what you can do. Sky's the limit. But if you're not there, that, my friend, is why you're struggling. That, my friend, I'm telling you, that is why you're struggling. I have seen it hundreds of times just working with agents. I have seen it hundreds of times working with agents. I have worked with small agents at small mom and pop shops. I've worked in medium-sized agencies. I have been a broker in large agencies. I have worked with lots of large agents at big brokers. I have served as the chief sales officer for a couple of different agencies that are top 100. I get it. I understand. I know exactly what you're dealing with. And every single insurance producer that doesn't have a plan writes less insurance. Period. Because it's mindset. And the mindset will take care of itself in a lot of ways by simply having a plan or a process. If you don't have a plan or a process, that's one of the major reasons why you're failing. If you're an agency owner who hires producers and doesn't give them a plan, shame on you. Shame on you. How dare you? How dare you hire these insurance producers and hire them to your agency when they could have gone somewhere else and gotten adequate training and had success? They're trying to put food on the table for their spouse and their kids. How dare you hire an insurance producer and not give him or her the tools in order to succeed? I'm not saying it's not I'm not saying it's easy to put it into place, but this is your business. This is your career. Agency owners, principals, get serious. Figure it out for your producers so that when you hire these people, they simply have a process already in place that you know works. And if you are an insurance producer, get serious about it. This is your business. This is your career. Your spouse and your kids are relying upon you to win. And you can't win if you're struggling with mindset. You can't win if it's very challenging for you to set appointments. You can't win if you just have a quoting mindset all the time and you're not winning business by signed broker record letters. It is going to be challenging to win if you don't have a process. I want you to get a process. You should be able to dominate your space, whatever your space is. Pick something and go all in. Why does this work? Well, a lot of different things for sure, but I always want to kind of always remind you about, let's just think about the ceiling that is above your head for the number of clients you can have. Every single insurance producer has a number of clients that they can handle. And then if they start getting above that number, they start to lose clients because their service goes down and so forth. They just pull their hair out. They can't service anymore. Everybody has a number. Yours might be 25 clients of a certain size. Yours might be 70 clients. Maybe it's 175 clients, whatever it is. But everybody has a set number. I mean, I have some clients who hire me for training because they have 350 clients. And like, Charles, I hate my life. I hate my life. Like, they've got accounts that are $500 of commission, $1,500 of commission, and they have to work on these renewals every single year. Like, their entire life is about renewals. Ugh. Ugh. You don't want that. This is why we got to figure out what we're building. We got to decide beforehand what we're building before we start to build. We have to create a process. Just go all in. I would usually say if you're trying to build $1 million book of business, 50 clients at 20 grand of commission each, that'll get you there. 50 clients at $20,000 of commission will get there. You can probably get 100 clients over the course of time if you want to do that, and even at $10,000 of combined commission. This is everything. I mean, that's all your health policies if you're doing it, the plans. On the property and casualty side, it's general liability, work comp, auto, everything. All combined, $10,000 of commission, it's not that hard, especially if you're getting like 15% commission. I mean, basically, we're talking like $75,000 premium after all is said and done, and you're basically getting that amount of money. Even like, what is it, $65,000, $70,000? At 15%, you're getting the amount of 10 grand pretty quickly. That's not hard. That is not hard. It's just a matter of now doing the work. It's now going after the right types of accounts inside a particular micro niche, you putting together the plan, uncovering the problems, presenting your solutions, and then having the guts, the nerve to require the business in a signed broker record letter before moving forward. But if you have the plan set up and you have the right services set up, and you've got your timeline of services presented, you should have a very ethical confidence to be able to ask for the business because you know it's in the insured's best interest. And if it's in the insured's best interest, you should feel comfortable doing it. And so, my friends, I just want to remind you about the importance of mindset. You are either in the right frame of mind to dominate, or you're not winning because you're not there. There are so many other things we can talk about in regards to mindset. Getting the right amount of sleep is going to affect your mindset. Eating the right food, the diet, not having stress at home is going to affect your mindset in the workplace. There literally are so many things that affect mindset. But one of the biggest things that you can handle, that you can control, is a process that is set up based upon a particular micro niche that you're going to play in. That's your play box. That's your sandbox. You're going to play in that box and you're going to dominate that pond. When you have that figured out, so many things take care of themselves. Sadly, most insurance agents don't have something. And you know what's even more sad? Listen to this. So many of you are hearing me talk about it, and then you're nodding your head and you're like, that's right, I need to do that. Here's the sad part. You're not going to do anything about it. You're just going to say, I need to do that and just never get around to doing it. Why? Why? What's holding you back right now from doing what you know you need to do in order to dominate your space and to win? What's stopping you? Is there anything else right now in your business that's more important than making sure you get everything taken care of so that you have the right mindset in order to dominate and win going forward? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything more important for an agency owner than putting it together for his or her sales team moving forward. Having it in place is absolutely instrumental. It's instrumental. If you're listening to me and it's making sense to you, start putting it together and thank me later. If you don't know how to do it, you can hire me if you want. I'd love to have you as a client. You can go into the Permission Producer School. Again, permissionproducerschool.com. Check it out. We're going to take you through it for $497. We're going to put it all into place so that you have the right mindset going forward so that you can write hundreds of thousands of dollars of commission. Having the right mindset. It's the difference between being a winner and being a loser. My name is Charles Specht. I'm the president and CEO of Permission Network, where I teach and train insurance agents just like you how to build a $1 million or more book of business through signed broker of record letters. This is the Millionaire Insurance Producer Podcast.